Well, that is a little intro to the newest song by Dane Sybrand called Empty Stockings. And speaking of Dane Sybrand, we're joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself in studio right now. And Dane, how you been, man?
Good, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Yeah, just moving back to town and getting settled. But like I say, I mean, you've obviously seemingly been very busy over the last couple of, I would say, months at least, getting these songs produced and stuff. Or
Actually, it's been a couple of weeks.
Hey, all right,
I
look at
wrote
that.
This on December 5th. So
all right.
It's been a Christmas miracle.
I like it. Yep. Efficiency at its finest.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a second. As again, good music coming your way. Now, that being said, though, what's been going on in your world lately, man? What's happening with you, and any news or holiday preparations, anything like that?
Well, we're just trying to get through the holidays. My daughter asked Santa for a white Christmas, and unfortunately, it seems like a brown one. But we're happy for the weather. They set up a tent yesterday in the yard, so doing some camping for Christmas, I guess. And
nice.
Just getting ready, for the holiday season. Been working on stuff around the house and making sure everything's tight, ready, and jolly.
Sure. Absolutely, and crazy as it is, 2 days away.
Yeah.
So if you haven't done your Christmas shopping yet, well, you might want to get on that.
It's
too late. It's New Year's shopping at this point.
New Year's shopping.
But looking ahead at the new year, do you guys, you maybe, obviously musically, but as a family, anything on the horizon for you guys?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing right now is coming up on the new year, we are starting up the open mic at 4th and Main Listening Room again.
Love that. That's going to be Friday nights?
Friday nights, yep. First Friday of the month.
Okay.
Unless otherwise noted, I know already February is like, oh, okay, that's going to be a little bit later. But
sure.
But yeah, the goal is to do it every first Friday of the month. We're doing it 7 to 9 at the Listening Room, just like we did, COVID kind of hit all live music, and I think that was probably the last time we talked about this.
Yeah.
And so we weren't able to do it, and then finally, just it seems like the cards are right and the stars are aligning, and hopefully we can get that open mic going back again strong. And we had a lot of success with it. We had some local festivals that came out of it. I know Janelle Irwin from Next Tuesday had started playing there, and then she ended up being a big success.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping to just create that space for artists to come in, show their talents, show their songs, and, give this Wray community the art we know exists. So, yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's funny. We've had this conversation before of like, there's a lot of talent in this community and not a lot of avenues, obviously, being able to show that off or be able to bring that to people. But this Friday Night Mic thing is it's seeming, and I remember talking to this back around COVID, and we're like, yeah, this is awesome. And then wah, wah, wah.
Exactly.
But, hey, sometimes it's that long circuitous route brings you back to some of the best things, right?
Yeah, and we're trying to do, I think last time it was Thursdays, we're trying to do it Friday. Hopefully, maybe some touring musicians are going to come through, and then after it's going to be 7 to 9, the open mic. We got 6:45 will be sign up, so we're going to have a sign up sheet where it's first come first serve. So people come in, put their name down, and then support the other acts as they're playing, and then. Be 15-minute spots, 10 to 15-minute spots, 1 to 2, 3 songs. And then hopefully if we get some touring acts coming through, our open mic is opening up for those touring acts.
Sure.
So hopefully it can be a good deal, and, something, since it's Friday, people will want to come out more and support the local artists. And then, who knows how big it'll get. So, yeah, we're doing that at the Listening Room. And, we're also going to do, it covers and originals are welcome, but EJ always wants to say, no karaoke.
Sure.
I mean, you got you play one note, play a chord, play an instrument. Come out and sing a cappella if you want to, but we want to see your talent.
I love that. You know what? Again, you talk about a couple things there, like with the local artists and being able to showcase that. But like you said, I mean, it's like anything else. You need repetition in it, and especially if you're looking to make a career in music, you need repetition in front of people because YouTube will only take you so far. You need that you need that bit in terms of being able to actually get out there and have people hear your stuff, but also more importantly, you want to share it with those people. I mean, this is your art. This is what you've created, and so you want to share that alongside.
Absolutely, especially with people are talking about AI a lot and all the kind of the slop that's out there, and I do think that live music is going to become a premium because you can't fake that, and it is a lot more work, and it is a different skill set than just writing a song, putting it up, posting, which I've been doing a lot lately, which is fun. But at the same point, you get a like and it's okay. You get an applause and it is wonderful.
Yeah.
And just feeling that energy, being in the room with people, it's such a different experience, and it is part of the live music experience and something that every musician should do. And you want to test out your songs before you put them online, see if people like them, and that's what the open mic is for.
Sure, absolutely. And it's funny, I love that of like just being able to use it as a testing ground even, you know what I mean? And by the way, you said something that struck a chord with me. Heather and I, we did a podcast for a few weeks. We're going to get back into it in the new year, but the scheduling stuff on YouTube and like social media, it's not for the faint of heart.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it is it's
Yeah.
I don't even know. It is the Matrix. Like you are just like rolling through, you don't know what's real, what's not, and just getting it all set up, it is something to just navigate that space, as opposed to where, you walk into a live room, it's a little more butterflies, but at least you know how to interact with people.
People are going to truly be able to hear your voice for what your voice is, not without all the embellishments and so on and so forth. And like you said, it's a scary time we live in because every time I hear a new song, I sit there and go, is this AI? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's where we're at.
The problem.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this is great. This is, I mean, the AI algorithm that is influenced by this band passes the influenced band on Spotify. So it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And, I think that live music is just, like I said, it's a different skill set. And it's also a different experience, and I do think that people are going to find it a premium nowadays. Get offline a little more, and be a little more IRL in real life. For those who, So that's what we're hoping.
Cool.
To create a community space. The Wray Chambers actually looks like they're getting on board.
All right.
This is kind of like a little soft thing, but it does seem like they're going to start doing a First Friday event as well.
Nice.
Featuring live music, art, and family-friendly activities, maybe some food trucks. So that's just something that they just handed me a poster kind of right before I got here. And so it seems to be in the air right now, getting the First Fridays together. So we're excited about it. Yeah.
Well, and it's funny. I go back to my time here before. Like, I still – and I know we've talked about this before – I would love to start getting live music at the Wray Amphitheater.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
That's a whole other conversation.
No, we're there.
Yeah.
We're there. We've been working. Actually, since you've been gone, we've been working really hard. The amphitheater committee's going. We're getting some documents together.
I love that.
Hopefully going to be presenting those soon. And it's in the works. We definitely have to get the amphitheater going. And so hopefully this is a first step to kind of get our artists ready for when we get that amphitheater back and running. And we really hope that Wray becomes not only a place of great academics, great athletics, but also great artists.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we have a place here that we feel like is full of culture, and one of the reasons it brings people back is that we're not near anything, and so we're able to create our own culture here. And I do think that part of the artistry, that's part of it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's the thing is like I think the one thing that's always stood out to me about Wray, and it's no slight to any other small Northeast Colorado town around here, but just the scenery that we have in the background and stuff like that with the bluffs, and then just knowing the acoustics of what could be at that amphitheater is just mind blowing. So I'd absolutely love that for this town, and of course for the artists here, and just having that place to showcase. But man, what a start you guys got going on here with this Friday Night Mic thing.
Absolutely, yep. Hopefully it's the first step, and then we'll move on out to bigger and better pastures. So,
sure, absolutely. Well, now let's turn our focus back to you a little bit here, my friend, and talk about some new music that you got. We're going to listen to a new release here, Empty Stockings, in just a second. But let's talk about that song. It's funny, I listened to it several times, by the way, but it's just like it's funny. I just would love to know the motivation behind that song and like, you know, where your thought process comes from, not just necessarily with this one, but just in general.
Sure. Well, this one's kind of unique. I actually, so me and, you know, every holiday, me and my family watch a bunch of holiday movies.
Sure.
And you know, we've got the Halloween movies, but Christmas movies is one we haven't got, you know, on lock yet. And I had an argument with my wife about whether or not Love Actually is a good holiday movie.
That was actually my trivia question this morning on the air.
Was it?
Yeah, I said, you know, it joins that same debate as Die Hard. Is
Yeah,
it a Christmas
exactly.
movie?
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, it's not a good movie, but for me, she doesn't like it. She can't get through it. I like it. I'm a cornball, and
Sure.
so I actually do like Love Actually, and I think it's a good holiday movie from that, you know, just corny, sappy, nostalgic feeling,
Sure,
which
yeah.
you know I'm a sucker for. And so there is a character in there who's this aging rock star who, you know, his whole storyline is he's trying to get to the top of the Christmas charts, and
Yeah.
if he does, he's going to be partying with Elton John, and you know, just be big again, and then, you know, at the end of the movie, you know, he realizes, well, maybe partying with Elton John isn't you know, part of the Christmas spirit. So he goes back and hangs out with the people that he loves and learns the true meaning of Christmas. And so, anyway, we had that conversation. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going for the Christmas charts. I'm going to write a Christmas song.
I like it.
And so, yeah, that was like December 5th. I was like, all right, let's see if I can just write a Christmas
Sure.
song. And then wrote it, and then kind of got obsessed with it, and then I just stopped doing everything else and recorded it in 10 days and did the whole band thing. Then we recorded a music video, and it's just been, you know, straightforward ever since
Sure.
then, trying to do, you know, like we were saying, all those
Yeah.
posts and trying to push it out there because it's good, because Christmas is in 2 days. So
Yeah.
I get to stop.
See?
You know, like it's
There you
this
go.
very short window where
Yeah.
we got to push it out, and you know, it's a holiday thing. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's been a good practice of, you know, doing that stuff that I'm not so good at as far as online,
Yeah.
you know, spamming the internet.
And
that.
even if like doing it that short time, like I don't think people really understand the idea of like what goes into like true mastering on a song. And like the time and effort that takes,
It's
which
been
is like
yeah.
10 times longer than actually writing the song, I feel like sometimes.
Oh,
But yeah.
It's been a Christmas miracle, like I
Yeah,
said.
sure.
It's been, you know, I've had some long nights, but you know, I feel like it's turned out well. It's like if Fleet Foxes sang the theme from Home Alone. So,
Yeah.
you know, like and I get to indulge in all the things that I like, you know, sleigh bells and,
Yeah.
you know, weird keyboards and just simple drum beats and just all the sappy, nostalgic stuff
Sure.
that I feel like I'm good at, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a good time. It's been a lot of fun.
And I know you have a ton of support from your family and your wife, and you know it's just that's got to be excuse me, going into a project like that. That's got to be big for you, knowing that you have that kind of support of like, yeah, run with it.
Yeah, as long as I don't disappear from month on end, you know. I mean, you know, I'll never make it, but you know, they definitely support. And Brooke, my wife, she shot the music video in 3 hours, and you know. So,
I was wondering
yeah,
how you got those slow zooms
she's
in on
so
you. You know what I
good.
mean?
She was a professional photographer,
Sure.
and so I just bully her into, you know, whatever photography stuff. I got to start paying her, but she's a good sport about it, and you know, we fight like cats and dogs to get it done. But there's no one better in town as far as that goes. So,
For a
you know.
sappy guy, you know, you pay her in love and hugs. You know what I mean? Come on, that's the
you're
rom
giving me too
com
much
feel. You
credit
know what I
here.
mean?
I wish I could say that. Yeah, no, I'm sappy on my own. She doesn't like this.
Yeah. Trust me. Hey, listen, I feel like I'm the emotional one in our family
Yeah,
as well. So,
absolutely.
honey, I love you, but you know, I'm just saying, sometimes I feel like that emotional person. That being said,
Same.
again, just before we premiere the song, would love for you guys to listen to it. We'll listen to that here in a second. Anything you got in the works you want to talk about in terms of your own music and stuff coming up in the new year? Or?
Hoping to set up some shows in April. You know,
Nice.
I don't want to travel too much. You know, I mean, I guess it's fine right now, the weather it is. But, you know,
Sure.
it's always weird here in Colorado if you're out traveling. So, yeah, hoping to set up some out-of-town shows and then, you know, really focusing on the Friday night mic and, you know, trying to bring people here, too.
Yeah.
So, and this experience of just getting a song done real quick, you know, maybe that's the way to go now. Maybe I've been an album guy for a long time. Maybe I just do some singles and bop, 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 you know.
Sure.
So I don't know. It's kind of in the works, but definitely want to get out there and play as much as I can because, like I said, the live music experience is such it's its own thing, and as a musician, you got to do it. So I am trying to get out there in April, but
Cool.
other than that, yeah, just holing up for the winter and getting work done.
Yeah. Well, hey, maybe if you come out to Friday Night Mike, you'll hear Dane play this song live. See what I did there?
There we go. There
All
we
right.
go.
Let's take a listen to Empty Stockings here, the newest from Dame Cybrand.